demonstrations. And they're going to detail a plan of action in relation to the cost of fuel over the next number of days. And we await to see that. And I know that most people, if there's a decent plan put forward, they'll go home. Because all they came for is cheaper diesel and the ability to be able to work. But I will warn the government today, if it's a half-baked proposal that they're bringing to the people, what they're going to do is see these protests grow throughout the country. What we in Aim2 are calling is for the government to axe the carbon tax. The carbon tax needs to go straight away. It needs to be pulled down. It does not make sense at all that we have one of the highest energy costs in the whole of the European Union. It's bad for enterprise, it's bad for businesses, and it's bad for families. So mark my words, Micheál Martin and Simon Harris. If you don't come up with the goods, you are going to fuel further protests across this country. And we won't stop until there's a fair and just taxation system here in Ireland. So
that's Paddy Tobin there now. Paddy Tobin Aim2 that refuses to talk about the 26,000 extra deaths.
Humbly apologise, did not see us. You're very welcome.
But now we have Donegal, who's again has signed the form to get rid of the 3-day abortion rule, so that you don't even give people the 3 days leading to full-term abortion. So this is speaking here now today.
What are you reporting on?
Everything. I report on everything.
Like what?
Everything. This is about everything.
But what were you twisting this?
I've just explained what he had, what he signed.
Who signed
Heather.
what?
I'll let you know in a minute. Just hang on.
You should have normal people up there.
Correct.
I know men
Correct.
there was above and normal all over. They're actually on the payroll. They are slaves to the system. They don't care about the genuine people. I know that. Because
God bless you.
In the middle of Navan.
God bless you.
It's above here in Navan. It's a United Kingdom company housing your own people. The government forgot about us for years. Forgot about us.
Whether you're with AIB, Bank of Ireland or BTSB, you can now...
That's Meath. That's the real Meath spirit now.
To be in trying to get a stance. None of them care. We're sold out. There's a big agenda going on here. It's a 2030 agenda.
God bless you. God bless you for speaking up.
Can be illegal.
God bless you.
Be illegal in yourself. And that's the
Paddy Tobin, how many are dead by the vaccine? God bless you.
Where are we here?
God bless you. Get away. Let him speak. Let him speak. Let him speak.
I'm here.
Let him speak.
People, I spend my whole life working for the people who have nothing, and I will continue to do it. And it's not about votes with me. It's not about votes. And anybody who knows me knows I never look for attention, and I don't want it. I'm here to support the people of Meath.
Meath has spoken. The real people.
And I just want to say thanks very much to every single one of you for coming out. And just we in Sinn Féin will be watching today when the government come out with the proposals at 4 o'clock. And if it's a half-baked attempt to look after the people, well, we will be putting tomorrow a motion of no confidence in this government.
Can I speak? May I speak?
And we will be calling out the Healy Rays, the Independents, and all these people who are keeping this government in there.
And you, Paddy Tobin.
It is time the people of Ireland stood up, and fair play to you. It is the first time in my lifetime I have seen the people coming 100% behind you. And fair play, each and every one of you. The people who have, for the last 4 or 5 days, have slept in tractors, have slept on the streets. And you're not here by choice. You're here because you have to. Your business will go to the wall. The people will go to the wall. And what we have to think about today as well is the older people, the vulnerable people who cannot pay to heat their homes. Who's standing up for them?
How many died in the nursing home? How many died in the nursing homes? How many died in the nursing homes? How many died by the vaccine? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the Navan people the truth.
The question is
I
this.
don't shut up. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
The question question isn't who's standing witches. The question is
Stand back.
who isn't
We're
standing
telling-
witches.
we're telling the truth.
There's 7 TDs
telling the
in
truth.
County Meath. There's 7 TDs in County Meath, and 3 of them are here today. Where's the rest of them? Where's the rest of them? Well, I'll tell you, the 2 most senior of them, Helen McEntee and Thomas Bourne. Helen McEntee had the Defence Forces ready to go. The Defence Forces ready to go on standby to attack Irish protesters, and that's simply wrong, and it's largely unprecedented in this state. It's an absolute disgrace. Thomas Bourne, the same, said that there shouldn't be protests. He clearly doesn't understand the type of pressure that people
This
are
is what
under.
you're dealing with.
And
They
I
don't
have
want
to
the
say
real
this,
people to
it's
speak.
the
They don't want the
independent
people who
TDs
have
that
the
propping up
information
this
to give to the
government.
people.
Healy
They
Race,
don't want
and in
this. They
county,
don't want it.
Gillian Toole, who, in my opinion, isn't elected to support this government, but she supports them every day.
She's a pharmacist for 35 years.
And we can do it through a motion of no confidence in the Dáil this week, and with the continuing support of the people. This protest has to be the start of change for Ireland, where the Irish people are respected and listened to. Arrive in Michaela.
May I speak? May I speak? Sorry, may I speak? May I speak?
No more speeches now.
Oh, no,
Here's the route.
Right, there you go. There's your answer. There's 26,000 excess deaths from the vaccine.
So what I want to do,
He knows.
on the grounds
I don't-
of safety,
I'm here to
in
tell the
all
truth.
the machines.
Don't look at me like that, because I'm here to tell the
line up
truth.
first
There's
and go
26,000 excess deaths in this country.
Directly
The amount
behind
of
them
vaccine
with the
injured
white
in this
jacket
town
with
is off the scale.
big vaccine.
It's not about you. I won't fuck off. I'm here for people that have. Heather Tobin knows how many is dead by it. And you're going to vote for it. And don't ever swear at me. He is here for votes. Look, guys, there's your answer. There's your answer. There's your answer to the fair people that want to speak and tell people the truth. That's what you get. There's 3 politicians up there that know that there's 26,000 people extra dead by a vaccine. And Heather Tobin has known for 3 years, and he could have warned the people of Navan. His sister is a pharmacist. His sister works for the HSC. Gillian Toole, that they mentioned, was a pharmacist for 35 years. She was a pharmacist for 35 years. She never warned the people. The people are telling me to shush because they don't want to hear the actual truth. It's their mothers, their fathers, their grannies, their aunties, their uncles. We're all locked down in nursing homes. We have 26,000 excess deaths in Ireland that they're all covering up. And this is what this is really about. It's about vaccine passports, digital currencies, smart towns. They're still trying to fool the people of Navan. People are telling me to F off for telling the truth. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you're actually dealing with. When we talk about the Pfizer data, there was 1,300 serious side effects. Every single politician in Navan had the Pfizer data for at least 3 years. They never told the people of Navan, the people at County Meath, and people like me were told to shut up. Can you imagine how many lives could have been saved? How many injuries could have been prevented? They've all had the information. They're all guilty of being genocide, domicide. People are walking away because they know it's the truth. They don't want to hear it. But this is our reality until all the truth comes out. Navan in particular is extremely badly hit with vaccine injuries, and they don't want to acknowledge it. So that's what it is. This is what about. And until people actually face into the reality of what is really happening, this is where it's going to stay. So for now, I haven't made. Hi guys, good morning. As you can see, I'm just here in Navan after the rally. People have now started to move down the street, and I'm just going to really give you my feedback. I will put up the other post and people can see for themselves how really, how belligerent so many people were here today. Not everybody, and there was some very good people, but the whole thing was hijacked by Into Sinn Féin, and I don't know if the farmers are wittingly or unwittingly are allowing this to happen. But the whole morning there was one very good man, a very interesting man, who was trying to tell the people, trying to tell the public what is really going on. That man was shouted down immediately. So when I saw him shouted down, I stepped in. But people will see from the video the language that people, grown men, mature men, some my age, calling me the C word, F off, you know, all of this. This is their rally. So I think at this stage we have to decide, and I think most people will realise at this stage, this is not just a farming issue. And whether the farmers believe that, or the truckers or the hauliers, if they believe that this is a political issue, then go down that road. That's what I would suggest to them. Or stand up to these politicians and do not let them take over. But today most certainly was taken over by the politicians until they were disrupted. Until they were disrupted by myself. Not disrupted, but until we asked to speak, we were not allowed to speak. The other man, I would have loved to have heard him speak. He was not allowed to speak. Then I did get to hand out some flyers. I have to be fair, I do try and be balanced. Many people just basically told me to F off, or as I said, or they'd make sure I F'd off. But there were some very good people. A lot of people knew. A lot of people, I would believe they probably do have vaccine injury, people in their families or friends. They just, one woman told me, I know all about the Pfizer data. I just want to hide. I don't want to say anything about it. That was absolutely, I wasn't videoing anyone. I'm only here as myself. Other people talked to me. Yeah, they understood about the fluoride. I was surprised. Some people knew about the geoengineering and the whole lot, but they want to keep it, you know, they wanted to keep it. They didn't want to speak out about it or even have a little discussion between ourselves. So what I would say from here on in, it's really a matter of now the Irish people deciding if you're vaccine injured, jab injured, you really are going to have to start to create a profile for yourself, because this is going to be hijacked every which way and you're going to be lost in the crowd. If you have special needs children, you need to stand up. If you have elderly people that need elderly services, if you trust the nursing homes, that is, you need to speak up, because this is now going to be completely hijacked by politicians who are planning to oust this government and in situ themselves. And the farmers, I believe at this stage, and I speak very frankly and very openly to farmers, they will have to decide now which side they're on. There's no going back, there's no going forward, and with the mere mention of the army being brought in, I think that's the catalyst for me. I support some of what was happening in the last few days. I didn't support other, particularly the suppression of all the excess deaths, because to get rid of our population, to repopulate it, and for our land to be taken. So for any farmer that tells me that it's not important what I'm saying, it's nothing to do with them, they are missing the vital jigsaw piece, intentionally or unintentionally. They're choosing to miss it, because when you genocide the people, they are replaced. So I believe today is a catalyst for me, and I believe today is going to be a catalyst for many people. You're going to have to decide now. Is this now a political movement where the farmers are going to, you know, go on the side of politics with this? That's their choice. Either ways, I don't care. Or are the people of Ireland as a collective going to say that Ireland and the Irish are under threat and they're all going to stand up? So for now, from Edel, slightly shaken but not stirred, you know, This to me is the truth. You cannot hide the truth, and I don't need a platform, and I don't need a specific day to be able to say the truth. So I will just reiterate that to any farmer that comes back or sends stupid comments. You know, the stupid comments day is Fridays 2 to 4 for anyone that chooses to put a stupid comment under this. I'm always open to debate, and I'm always open to anyone that accuses me of dividing people. My videos speak for themselves. And, you know, so today is a good decision day for all of us, or any of us. So for now, from County Meath, from the political stance here this morning, little political debate here, and probably some very genuine people as well. And definitely there are people here who get what's going on. They just don't want to, you know, they don't even want to entertain the conversation. So for now, from County